My video for December the 10th, 2019 is video number 3,300. And ironically, there's only one more month to go to complete 9 years. But anyway, let me get to the blurb. The title is Turning My Dream into Reality. Frankly, I prayed a real angry prayer before going to bed last night. Yes, I've been feeling really pissed at God for failing to answer my prayers and remove my doubts. My story has been reiterated over the past 9 years since I began these daily videos, and I have experienced my disappointment grow as my expectations seem to be thwarted again and again. I've started watching some TV again after years of avoiding what I know is an effective brainwashing tool. I was glad to see two teams I do not like lose in recent NFL games, the Cowboys and then the Patriots. Of course, that doesn't really matter in the scope of things. It's just a diversion. Then, just before waking this morning, I had a dream in which some guy I did not recognize gave me a pile of money to enable me to begin a process of uplifting those who have been downtrodden. Yes, I still want to participate in an inversion of what we call reality on this planet. I'd like to see money used as a tool for liberating humanity rather than keeping us enslaved. That's been my dream for decades. Will my dream ever become reality? Let me get to the football thing first. The reason I do not like the Dallas Cowboys is because they don't belong in the East. Why should they be put together with the East? Now, of course, the East division in the NFC is the worst division in football this year. I mean, not in any of the teams, including the Cowboys, have a winning record. They all have losing records. And Dallas might end up winning the division, even though it may end up either maybe making 500 or actually having a losing season. It's at a losing season right now. And the Patriots I don't like because the good defensive coach of the New York Giants, which was my favorite football team, went to New England. And I felt like that he betrayed the Giants in doing that. So, I mean, it's laughable now, but yet I still carry that out. And of course, in baseball, I've always disliked the Yankees since I was at least 8 or maybe 9 years old. I don't remember exactly when I started becoming a Giant fan. I didn't like the Yankees because they always won, and I felt there was no competition. I didn't even like the American League for that matter, and I still don't because of the designated hitter thing. Yeah, this is extraneous stuff. It doesn't really matter. It has nothing to do with my life mission. It has nothing to do with my vision of what I'd like to see happen for humanity. But these are diversions that have worked for me and for many other people at different times in my life. And I, again, have had this vision since my teenage years, folks. And I'm 73 years old. Since my teenage years, I've had this vision of playing a role in bringing heaven to earth. It's not about dying and going to some pie and getting some pie in the sky and the sweet by and by. It's not about escaping Earth. It's about transforming Earth into a reality that uplifts everyone. But as I look at what I believe to be history, I see dark entities running roughshod over human rights, becoming extremely wealthy through a monetary system that in our day and age, the US dollar is a fiat currency backed by nothing. And in fact, fiat currencies have become the way of it. And that even doesn't have to be the way. Lincoln had the greenbacks, which was a fiat currency, but it it went in the face of the ruling class. They're the people, that the demons that wanted to keep ruling the world, known as the House of Rothschild, and all of the elite establishment that has grown up around the Rothschilds. And they're trying to create a new world order in which there is no resistance, where everything is the same, and they want to homogenize the whole world, not separating the milk from the cream. And I know that's a lousy analogy, but it's one that came to mind in this moment. And I would like to see humanity uplifted. I'd like to see the Native Americans and the indigenous peoples of the world put back where they can be at least on an equal footing. I'd like to see their spirituality, sometimes which exceeds and is much better than the fake spirituality of the Western world, of the European world, should I say. And Europe has infiltrated the whole freaking planet. And the 3 city-states and plus the nation of Israel have become global terrorist operations. And it's about mind control. It's about enslaving humanity, not liberating us. And I want to see humanity liberated. That's what I've lived for. That's what it means to me to have the kingdom of heaven manifest on earth. It means freeing us from the lies, freeing us from the bondage and the deception of money. Now, money could be used to uplift. It really could. It doesn't have to be the way that it's always seems to have been. It could be a tool of empowerment. And of course, if I were to receive this RV, currency revaluation, and to receive money from the small investment that I made in an alternative bond, not even a currency, it's a bond, I would be able to fulfill some of the things that I wanted to see happen in the world. I could help start leveling the playing field and uplifting the people that have been so abused, whether we're talking about the Australian Aborigines or whether we're talking about the Africans. And Africa is one of the richest continents on the planet as far as natural resources. And Europe has been the one that has invaded the rest of the world, as it were, and created such a diabolical system of control that it's crazy to me. I can understand why Native Americans, some of them, want just Europeans and Africans to get out of our continent. But of course, the continent, Native Americans came from Europe and Asia and migrated down and say perhaps even across the Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean into other areas. So there's been a lot of things that we don't know, a lot of lies that have been told over the years. And I'd like to see truth finally come out, where we could, without a doubt, understand how we got into this mess, this revolting development that we're in, and find ways to correct it. But it has to come from people like me that are dreamers and visionaries. But we need to be empowered. And people say it's not up to God, it's up to us. Okay, if it's up to us, empower us, enrich us. And that's what happened in the dream. I was enriched to be able to fulfill my dream. And it's just a dream. But I'd like it to become my reality and a reality for mankind. Thank you for listening, and namaste.